What's going on, guys? WhiteFox1225 here with another video, and today we're going to be talking about spell crafting, which is something I'm really excited for in ESO, and I know a lot of people are excited about. So first off, let's just talk about really basic what is spell crafting, in case you guys don't know. Spell crafting was something that we had in Oblivion. It wasn't in Skyrim, but it's basically the ability to make your own spell. In Elder Scrolls Online, it would be the ability to make your own hotbar ability, or you know, combining spells and really just making your own build even more and more than you can right now. So it would be making your own ability that would go on a slot on your hotbar, just like something you would unlock in a skill line right now. So let's talk about how they're going to introduce spellcrafting into the game, because it's not as basic as them just throwing it into the game. It's actually kind of tied into the Mages Guild. They're gonna have the Mages Guild are gonna kind of contact you and say they found these hidden doors, and then they're gonna have you investigate the doors, and they're gonna give you this spell. And when you cast the spell, this sort of ball of light will lead you to the one closest to you. So they're not marked, and the doors are actually sort of secret doors that only glow when the orb that is leading you to the doors is next to them. So they're completely impossible to find unless you have the spell. And it's actually really cool. I think it's going to make exploration a lot more of a thing in Elder Scrolls Online, because you could cast that and the nearest one could be, you know, across the zone. So you have to run across the zone. It's kind of awesome how they're hidden, and you're going to have to use this spell to find them. It's going to make exploration really awesome, and I love how exploration is a part of actually finding these spells to use. So the way they made it sound in QuakeCon was that you actually had to complete the Mages Guild questline. That's just the way they said it. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't do that. That would be really weird, and I really hope they don't do it. We'll have to wait and see, but I highly doubt you would have to complete the Mages Guild questline. It's just something I thought I would add, because the way they said it during the QuakeCon presentation kind of made it sound that way, but I kind of doubt that. But anyway, moving on to how you actually unlock this spell. So when you get to one of these secret doors, you're going to be able to go in, and there's going to be this little tablet in the middle of the room. And the tablet could be completely pristine, and then you have the whole tablet, or it could just be a piece of the tablet. And in that case, you'd have to go and find the other pieces. But there is actually a mini game. You have to trace the tablet with charcoal and paper. I don't know how the game is going to work, if it's just going to be you doing that, or if there's going to be like a timer or something, who knows. But if there's not the whole thing, you're going to have to go and find them and trace it all out in your journal until you have a whole rune, and then you can actually have the spell that is on that rune. So I hope you guys got that. It's kind of confusing. I'm trying to explain it to the best of my ability, but it is a kind of confusing system, but I hope you got that. Basically, it's just you have to discover these runes, trace them out, and then when you have a whole one, you have the spell that is on that rune. So that's pretty much how you get them. Let's talk a little bit about the system of, like, you know, actually making your own spell. So they're bringing back the old classes, of magic, like that we had in Skyrim and Oblivion. So we got alteration, illusion, conjuration, destruction, healing. If there was one I missed, I think that's all of them, but I might have missed one. But basically, just bring back all the old school ones from Skyrim and the other Elder Scrolls game, which is really awesome. And the thing that's even more awesome is, from the sounds of it, they're each going to have their own skill line. So when you make a spell from that skill line advances, and you can invest stuff into that skill line. I know I just said skill line a lot, but that's pretty cool, and it's going to add a lot more skill lines into the game. At least that's what it sounds like they're doing. They didn't like come out and say that, but I'm pretty sure that's what I got from the QuakeCon thing. They weren't really explicit in saying that, but that's what it sounds like to me anyway. So there's going to be things like summoning a Flame Astronach. There's going to be other things like in the illusion skill tree that make you be able to sneak better, or alteration where you get like better armor, you know, healing, I'm sure just basic healing stuff, you know, actually bringing stuff back that we had in other Elder Scrolls game, which is really cool. So once you have this spell, or this rune as they call it, you're going to have to choose your focus. So there's 6 different focuses, and it's kind of like a morph. It changes the way the spell works. So there's one that makes it an ultimate, there's one that just makes it last longer. Like I said, there's 6 different ones, and they all change the way the spell works. Other than that, you're going to have other options to customize it even more. Like maybe you want to add a charge up, so the power is more, you know, the ability is more powerful, but you do have to charge it up. Maybe you want to make it so it takes less magicka from you, but it's a weaker spell. So those are all options you have, and all ways you can customize your rune or your spell. You can find different tablets around the world, like marble, not just stone, and that kind of changes how powerful it is, and that's just another way to customize. So I hope that kind of explains it well. It's pretty hard to explain it just because it's such a complex system, but I hope I did a good job. Just some other stuff I want to mention is that these are going to be tradable and sellable once you have these tablets. So you can, I'm sure there's going to be some huge prices on some of these, because just there's so much flexibility. We're going to get some really cool spells at first that not a lot of people have, and actually finding these tablets is going to be a struggle, and something that when you invest in, you're going to get rewarded by being able to sell them, which is pretty cool. I'm really excited to dive into this, and the system just sounds really awesome because it's just going to make a lot of exploration. And I like how it's not just, you know, go to this crafting station and make your own spell. You actually have to go out in the world and find these locations to find, you know, these tablets. It's going to be just like an Elder Scrolls game, having to run around and find these things and discover things in the world, you know, these hidden magical doors. That's really cool, and that's something that I thought Elder Scrolls Online was kind of lacking at first. I'm glad they're adding it in, just kind of adding more depth to the world and more adventure and discovery is something I'm really excited to see come back to the Elder Scrolls games. So that's pretty much it. I think this is just going to add another level of customization to the gameplay. You know, we already had the morphs and stuff, but this is going to bring it above and beyond. So you can still use your old skills from the skill lines, or you can use these. Either way works. You can use either, like the old ones aren't being taken away or anything like this. This is just another way to customize your character, which is really cool. So I hope I did an okay job of explaining this, guys. If you liked the video, give it a like. I'll be back next week, definitely doing some more videos. I'm going to take the weekend off because I got work pretty much 7 to 5 every day. But I will be back probably on Monday with another video. I'm not sure on what yet, but I'll probably let you guys know through text what it's going to be. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.